Okay. This is kind of, okay, I feel like you're going to talk a lot for me, or you might not talk a lot. I was really trying to make good questions, okay? Like good, thought-provoking questions.
She said I talk too much.
I talk too much too. That's why we get along. Okay, that's cute. Okay.
That was really cute. That was so genuine too. That was not on purpose. Okay.
Okay. I was like, do you think? No.
Okay.
Do you think it's?
Go diver, you're so sweet to me. Hey, go diver, you're my everything. Oh, go diver, you're so sweet to me. Hey, go diver, you're my everything.
Is that too much of a question? I feel like that's really long. I just thought about that a lot. You know?
Do I feel like it's important to remain critical of the Fulbright program?
Yeah.
Yes, I feel like it's important to remain critical about anything. You should never stop criticizing anything.
True.
Students, never stop criticizing
Literally anything and everything in life.
Always.
Nothing is beyond criticism, said my professor.
No.
Carly Thompson.
That part. At, I guess, what is it?
At Carly Thompson.
Okay. Yeah. What was the question?
If so, how have you dealt with navigated that?
Okay, so Fulbright is an organization that was like, wow, you really...
I'm so sorry.
was created for a particular type of person that doesn't look like us. And when I say us, I mean me, I mean Tiffany, I mean women, I mean people of color, I mean people who don't come from elite, like Ivy League programs, people who weren't from the 10%. Like, it wasn't created, it wasn't... The guy didn't have a black woman who's a first-generation American from Nigeria, like, that went to some random liberal arts school in the middle of Kentucky, like, to be a Fulbright ETA, to be a cultural ambassador of the United States. Like, that just wasn't his thought process. But, actually, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know the guy, so let me not put words in his mouth. But at the end of the day, that's what it was. It was a very, like, not racially diverse thing. But I also feel like Fulbright has done... I think they're trying to be more reflective of the diversity within the United States, which has been really cool. But I feel like if you're trying to attract those kinds of people, I think that there should be systems in place. Like, I feel like I'm talking about my college again. There should be systems in place to make sure that those people groups are taken care of, which I think they're trying to. They really are. I do see, like, an active, like, progress and steps forward.
I guess I wonder, what does that feel like for you to be coming from, like, the States and being like, I'm coming here to teach you guys English?
Oh, there's the, oh gosh.
You know, like...
Yes, that is difficult. But with me personally, I feel like one of my friends who's also a Fulbright ETA, Jonathan, in Guatemala, he does, like, a really great job in talking about how you... As teachers and as educators, you have the power to educate in the way you see fit.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think there's a great way of learning about the United States and, like, having appreciation for the United States with also being critical of the United States. And just like I want to be an example to the students on how they can be critical of their governments and their societies, I also will be critical of the country that paid me
beyond criticism.
Exactly. For example, for the 4th of July, like our Independence Day, I guess, talk, I had a bunch of different of my friends Skype in, and they talked to my students. So I had, it was a diverse group of people that were there, and it was really cool for my students to get to meet what Americans look like that aren't the stereotypical picture perfect, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, tall, straight teeth, literally like American, which is so cool and it was so fun to do as well. That's I think nice. That's cute. And I do think that the Fulbright program encourages us to do that. Like, they don't say, like, oh, you can't say this because you're no, not at all. You literally have the freedom to do whatever you want, because we're not workers of the embassy, we're Fulbrights.
That was a good question.
That was also
I say about my own question. A lot of things. I hope to, like, mature, I think, in a lot of ways, so that I can achieve all the goals that I want for myself. I think I need, like, a lot more independence, like, and learn how to do that kind of stuff. I want to, wait, what else? What was the question? What I'm going to gain?
What do you hope to gain? Yeah.
I just want to gain some maturity. That's good. I want to gain, like, language skills and social skills more, like, and I guess mostly that. It's just, like, spending time on my own here is, like, there's a lot I don't know, a lot of room for personal growth and I guess character development.
Character development.
That's what I
Did
keep
you say
saying.
social skills earlier?
Yes. I'm awkward. I don't know what you're saying, but I used to be really awkward. So like we're getting there.
Really?
Oh my god, yes. And so every day we're trying to get a little less awkward.
You said social skills, like she
Literally.
makes it seem like, oh, I can't talk to you. I was like, social skills.
It's not that I can't talk to you, but like, you know, put yourself out there, things like that. Like
Yeah,
putting
I
yourself
know that.
out there, that kind of stuff. I get shy, like, and I would like to take more chances and I almost swore, take more chances and stuff.
I feel like I've learned that a lot, like putting
See?
myself out there, because you have
Go
no
out of your
choice.
comfort zone.
Literally, Fulbright is like, literally, comfort zone? What's that? We don't know her.
I mean, I'm sure you could just spend a lot of time like trying desperately to hold on to your comfort zone, but you wouldn't have as good of a time, I think.
Yeah, that's true. That is so true.
Oh my god, that's my question.
That was a good answer. Short and sweet.
I
Next
try to
one's
be
gonna
succinct
shorter.
because I'm like really, I could talk a lot. Like I know I can.
Oh my god.
Because it's real. It's
Abroad
real.
sadness,
And
aka loneliness, aka
the lighting changed like a
yeah,
lot.
my it's like my nighttime.
Oh,
like,
okay.
It's
My
still
bad.
changing. So how did I? Oh, where's my book? I had a coloring book, so I colored a lot. It's there. Do you see it?
Yeah, words to color by.
Yeah. So they have like quotes. It's very simple. It's not like one of those big like adult ones that take forever to do. But I could do color one in like a couple hours. So I colored a lot. I did. I colored a lot. I watched a lot of Netflix. I talked a lot on the phone with my friends. So shouting out to all my friends who answered the phone when I randomly called and would talk to me for 30 minutes to an hour. Some of those times I don't think that even my family as well, like sometimes I don't think people realize that I'm calling because like I've been in my head all day or I've been in my room all day and I just need someone familiar to just like hear your voice. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna
I heard you like.
Oh my gosh.
They don't know
because
the impact they make. Like,
I don't think
truly.
so. I don't think so at all. Like, I don't think. I want to shout out like my mom and my dad and my brother. But really, like that really helps. Like keeping in touch with some people at home is really helpful. But also not to the point where like you're disengaged from where you are and you're there. Also, I made a great friends who live down the street and they have some twin babies and they literally invited me to their house all the time to like feed the babies, like go on a walk, like go to dinner, random things. And I was always like, yes. And they're just like, hey, let's go. And that was so helpful getting close to them because that forced me to get up out of bed and like go. Like whether it was walking around the neighborhood in circles, like that's easy. But just like inviting me into their lives. I said everyone else's name, so Dina Leda, thank you so much.
And the babies, and the babies.
And the babies, Alexander and Joshua, obviously. They just turned 7 months today. Shout out. Woo. They really did.
They did today?
Yeah, today's are like 7 months.
That's adorable.
So I think finding your community. There are also so many other people who also would be like, hey, do you want to go to the grocery store today? And I'm like, I don't need anything, but yes, I just need to get out of the house. Which was so helpful. Like people in the neighborhood who were great. I guess I don't want to say names, so I'm going to forget other people, but like, you know who you are, you know. But that helps. So I really advise coloring. I really advise finding your people who are like not just your friends, but like you're really people who really like invite you into their lives so that you can you know. And obviously having those friends at home who know you, who are familiar, that you can just talk to when you're bored or sad and you don't want to talk about your sadness, but you just want to like talk to
someone.
Yeah, about anything, like anything, which is fun, which is great. You guys are the best.
That's sweet.
Oh, it's your turn.
It is my turn.
You have some questions. I'm really gonna cry.
It's because I just like, I want to take good questions, not like, what's your favorite thing about Honduras? Like, I think you could talk about that in another video.
Okay, I thought I had that question for you. I don't know. Okay, last question for me. Question number 5.
Oh my god. I think it's really wow, I lost my words. I think it's similar to the other answer I gave for one of the other questions. But just how, like, what I wish I knew, you said? just how different every program is. Like, I didn't know that I was going into something that didn't have, like, as much structure as I anticipated. Like, I thought there was, like, a role for me. I was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, I would have, like, formal classes and time slots and very fixed schedules. I thought that, like, very early on. For many months when I was waiting for my answer, I didn't really think about it. But I just thought about it, and then as soon as we got into contact, I realized that was not, like, what I was going into, and that, yeah, I just wish I had known. I mean, it's fine. Like, I can adapt. But I definitely wish I had known, because then, like, you know, you at least, like, have an idea of what you're going into.
Yeah.
But obviously that's country by country for sure. Like, the amount of structure or lack thereof.
At embassy, at U.S. State Department, at
She said it, not me.
I'm just saying, these are fixables. Is that a word? Solvable.
Yeah, sure. I thought fixable is a word. I don't know what it
This
is.
is
I don't know.
fixable.
No, solvable is definitely a word, right? Fixable? I don't know.
Solvable is fixable. This is fixable.
See us,
We can
English
fix it.
teachers.
We literally do. Hey, English teachers are just like us.
Should I ask my next question?
Yes. Good answer, by the way.
Always. I always give a good answer. Similar to what? Sort of similar to what you just asked me, but.
Fulbright Orientation Fulbright Orientation did not prepare me for life in San Pedro Sula, Honduras.
Specifically.
Yeah, and I know that's very specific, and I wouldn't expect, like, the PDO to have the pre-departure orientation to have, like, a section for ETAs in San Pedro Sula, because there's only one. But life in Honduras is different. It really is. Especially life in Honduras for a woman, I think, is different than, like, a man in the past. Like, some people would say, like, oh, this person, like, they did this and they did that, and I'm like, if I did it, it wouldn't work that way. Like, I wouldn't go over that well, because that's just how certain things are.
Right.
It was nice having someone else who is in the capital who's also, like, a 22-year-old woman who is, like, having the same, like, experiences, so we can talk about things. But, like, it's just different. But the thing is, I knew that going into it. I knew it was going to be different. I knew it was going to be a learn as you go. But I just really wish, I don't know.
I mean, I don't actually think it's out. I don't think it's too much to ask to get some information about that. I think you can surveys, for example.
She said it.
Like, I'm just saying. No,
The
it's
thing
really,
is, there are only 4 people to survey. That's a problem. Well,
okay,
now we could
did
survey.
they give you
but-
the survey information?
Okay, but before us, there were only 2 people to survey.
Okay, they could have given you some information. I'm just saying it's not that difficult to get that
But
kind
also,
of
I
information.
feel like, how can you
You make
like,
someone do a survey, you incentivize them by not paying them before they give you the survey,
Oh.
and you ask good questions. I'm just saying that you could have had some information.
You make it
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
it's like optional right now if
No,
you want to
it
help, but I don't think it should be optional.
Because then that could be good data for the people coming. Like, I'm just saying it's not that
This is
bad.
why she's a Fulbright. That's why she's a Fulbright. Because I think that's so important. IIE, State Department, Embassy, mandatory surveys. She said it. So now, 10 years from now, when they're like, gosh, why do we have to do these mandatory surveys?
So that people like us don't have to be so confused.
Literally, that's true. I feel that. I agree.
You see, like, you're making your own sort of, like, you're compiling your own sort of information.
I am
but
right now, but like it's also just from my perspective. So like 2000, for people who don't know, like the political situation in Honduras 2018, completely different than 2019. So like my experience is different than theirs was. Like my perspective on protests is different because I've never been in a dangerous protest. Like
Right.
they've been super like chill.
Why all the data is important.
Chill.
Just saying.
Yeah. That's so
I
true.
hate surveys, but I think it's important.
I know, right?
I
They are really
hate them.
important. They're important.
They ask like 50 questions, but it's important though.
I don't think it needs to be 50 questions.
Should be a good survey.
But the thing is, we have that final report that I did, and it was not short.
Oh, but where does that information go?
This one.
That's a good question. Where does the information go?
Talk about.
We await a
I didn't get it.
We're waiting a response.
I think there's supposed to be something, but it just hasn't arrived yet.
Beautiful me.
Well,
Yeah. Sweeter than a love song from Anita Baker.
Closer. I wish I had some celery right now. Thank you so much for watching this video.
Work of art that can't be put on canvas and paper. Your mama must
Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you come back and
on the
honey knees. I don't think that's funny. I really don't know. I never know what to say, and I just really start rambling. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it. No, I don't appreciate it because I feel like
Ain't nowhere else to find it.
So you're
You got the glow, baby girl. Now go ahead and shine it.
Stay tuned for my next video. Turn on. What are those notifications they turn on? You turn on your push.
They don't really matter. Bro,
It's
you're
not push
fine. You're fine. They're gonna see it.
Post
Don't worry.
notification.
You're fine.
No, because then you could, if you turn on those notifications,
see
you
it.
get a notification when I,
They're
a
gonna see
notification and a notification. You get a notification when I upload a new video. Oh, what? Notification?
Oh, I know.
Wait. What? Oh, you're right. Notification.
But don't worry, these cops can't trump us. We gon' beat the odds. Every man claiming their power, but can't compare to God.
Okay.
We went from slave ships to now we determine the ways. We used to work for survival, but now we can't compare.
Ooh, my song is, the song is Go Dive, like the Go Dive chocolate bar.
And now my definition of freedom is
You're so
that smile
sweet to
on
me.
your face. Miss Go
Go
Dive.
Dive, you're my everything. You're my, and you go, girl. You go, go, go. You really not listen to the intro? That song is fun. That's
The intro of your videos?
And you go, girl.
I hear a song,
You
but I never
go,
paid
go,
attention
go.
to it.
And you go, girl. You go, go, go. Miss Go Diva. Miss Go Diva. Go, 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 girl. It's like Brown Skin Girl, but not as like overrated. It's ruined. The guy who sang it was he graduated my brother at center.
Really?
That's why, yeah, that's why I like it. Like it's a song that's not like overly saturated, but it's so good. It's like Brown Skin Girl, but better. Without Beyonce, but better.
Wow, she said it.
Honestly, I really think it's better because Brown Skin Girl's just like too like, you know, everyone's like, oh, it's just too controversial. Whereas Go Dive was like unapologetically like black. And it's like, okay, so this part I'm just gonna like fast forward and start playing the music over. Okay, bye! We started leaving at the same time!
I was gonna say the same thing. That was good.
Okay.